Hi class. What we're going to do here in Illustrator is just set up our palette for the triad color harmony. And to do that, we're just going to use the blend tool that we've been working with. But I just have some really important tips for you to work with. Even if you know the blend tool, just keep listening. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we're just going to use the student sample here, and we'll just use the traditional harmony right here to set up a triad. And I'm going to use exactly the same colors, and of course, please feel free to use different colors, and I'd recommend that you do so. I'm just going to use the line segment tool here, and I'm going to switch this over to the stroke, and let's just draw our colors in here. It looks like we've got this color going up to the orange. And if you want to thicken up or make your line smaller, I like to use the appearance panel to do that, and it's up in the window area. And it's just once you've done a stroke, and this can be for any shape or line, you can see here that I can just go into this stroke area. I can change the color from here, and I can also change the thickness. So it's what's happening in other parts of the up above in the menus. It just makes it a little bit easier. So let's just grab this and also just I think it's going down to there and there. So that's all you need to do is just indicate the colors. Okay, so let's start with the orange right in here. And it looks like the palette is grouped. So the first thing you might want to do here is to ungroup this, just so you can select the colors and get it into the color picker. So looks like I might have to ungroup that again. Sometimes grouping happens upon you get like two groups on top of each other, so you have to ungroup twice. Okay, so there we go. So I've got my orange in there, and if we open it up in the color picker, now you can just select any orange that you want within here, because it's all, as long as it's part of this part of the hue, you don't change the hue in any way, then anything in here is good for the assignment. So let's just do something saturated to start off with. So let's just grab that, and then I'm just going to drag it into the first swatch here. Now what I recommend doing is going right over to this swatch right over here. And let's just get the color into our color picker and just drag it over in here so it's the same. Okay, so you're saying, oh, it's the same color. You want them to be different. Yes, absolutely. So let's just click on that, open up the color picker, and let's just choose, let's just tone it out in this case. You could make it a tone, you could make it more of a tint, more of a shade. It's up to you. Okay, so now we've got two colors. They're from exactly the same hue. And so all we need to do now is blend them. And if you remember how to blend, let's just move our window up here so we can blend it up here. So we're going to go to the object menu right here and go to the blend. We'll go to blend options, and we've got two steps in between, so we're just going to go and say specified steps. We're going to select two, and now we should be able to just go in here and go up here and make from here. It should be familiar. All right, so now what we have here is colors that are the all orange. If we look in the color picker here, if we selected them all, they're all going to be perfectly from this single hue. And now all you just would do is take and do the same thing for the other three. We could start with the green here, and let's take the purple here, put that in there. And so now you've got your three colors, and do the same thing. The key with this assignment, the one thing you don't want to do is blend between the hues. For example, if I take this purple and I pop it in here, and then I blend between these two, what's going to happen, I'll show you right here, is let's do a blend. is now what we've done is added two additional hues into this because we're actually blending across between them, between the hues. And so we're getting kind of like a greeny purple and then more of a purpley green. So we're not in a triad palette anymore. So that's the most important thing, is to make sure. What I'd recommend is just set them up here, 1, 2, 3, do your tints, tones, and shades across. Then you've got an extra one here. You can pick one of these guys and do another whole swatch interval from one of these. And with the tetrad palette, then you've got 4 hues. Set them up right on the here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just blend across so you've got your hues. And that should do it. Let's just do this one just to have some fun here. So let's just go back into the color picker. Let's just maybe blend across. Let's just go darker. Sometimes it's really nice to have a little bit of contrast. Oops, some contrast when you're working. Let's just put that in there. And go to a nice dark shade here, and then select both these and then go and blend them. Okay. All right, lastly, put in a descriptive term. Feel free to add more in here than one. And to do that, just grab your text tool. I know a lot of you already know how to do this. Just click in here and put in your adjective, whatever that might be. I'm not sure yet what mine is. It's kind of mine are looking a little like an autumn range, kind of a rich sort of series of colors, royal perhaps. Whatever you come up with, feel free to, again, add more adjectives if you want to describe it. All right, so that does it. So again, what you want to do is just make sure to indicate the colors you've chosen, and make sure when you blend not to blend across the hues, but just like we did back in week 1, you're just going to be working with a single color and playing with either the tints, tones, and shades within that.